Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lessons and Learning and Readings with Larkin. I am Larkin, live to you from the United States. Thank you so much for tuning in and joining me this evening. We are here every Monday and Tuesday at 4 p.m. EDT, 9 p.m. BST to share wisdom and readings from Spirit. So thank you all for tuning in. And thank you to Veronica for allowing me to spend this special hour with you guys. Okay. As usual, while I'm waiting for you all to tune in and say hello. Hello, Sheann. Welcome. Let's see. Is it Sheann or Cheyenne? Let me know. So as I'm waiting for more of you to log on, I'm going to go ahead and go through my little ritual that I usually do of lighting. Well, I actually already have a little incense lit because I just did an Angels in Action on my page. Hi, Tammy, welcome. And then we're going to also light a candle. I invite each of you, again, as we're waiting for everybody, I'm going to remind those of you who maybe don't know what I do, creating a special sacred space for this hour. So I always light a candle unless I'm at the barn. If I'm here at home, I light a candle and I light some incense and I get myself really comfortable. And I also like to bring a couple of drinks. So today I actually have a Coke, I have a coffee, I have water, and I even have a blue Gatorade today. I find that creating this space and setting the tone and the intention for this hour together is really super powerful and important. Hi, Dolores and Natalie. Please, when you log on, let me know where you're listening from. We have listeners from all over the world, and I love to know where you're listening from. Thank you for reminding me about that, Tammy and Natalie. I know in the last broadcast you reminded me of that, Tammy. So thank you for that. We're going to take just a couple minutes. I always stall when I first get going on the readings because I do want to help and guide you guys to create a sacred space for yourself and to create a special and sacred space for this hour together. Okay. So leave all your baggage at the door and come in, set up your ambiance and just breathe. Get yourself in your center. Okay. This is an hour in which we're going to connect and communicate with Spirit. Spirit is going to share wisdom and lessons and readings with all of you. And also, it's a chance for you to practice being open to receiving that wisdom and guidance from Spirit. Okay. When we get on and we are just real quick and antsy to ask for a reading real quick. Oh, Mimi, can I have a reading? Sometimes people get on, they just keep asking, reading, please, reading, please, reading, please. And one of the things I want to offer you during this hour is the opportunity to practice this mental and emotional self-control that brings you into your center, because Spirit is always guiding you, always loving you, always supporting you, always knows what you want and need. However, I'll get to your comments in just a minute, okay? Hello again, Anne. However, when we are anxious, when we're overthinking, when our adrenaline is up and our nervous system is all out of whack, what happens is no matter what messages may come through for you today, you won't be open to receive them. Even if you hear them, you maybe won't know what to do with them or how to process them, okay? So that being said, I'm going to say hi to everyone, and then I'm going to share Spirit's wisdom for the day with you, because Spirit always asks me to share a little piece of wisdom that they know who needs what on here. They know that each and every one of you was going to be on here today. So whatever wisdom comes through, that means some of you at least need to hear this wisdom. And the same will be true for readings today. If you don't get a reading, if Spirit doesn't guide me to you today, then please know there's other messages and other people that needed readings more, okay, at this time, or that it just wasn't, there's the perfect time maybe for someone else. But there are always messages for you in other people's readings, if that makes sense. Okay, there's always messages, things to be learned and had from other people's messages. So oftentimes Spirit will be giving readings and messages to those of you that maybe I'm not reading for. Okay, but it's still sharing wisdom and giving messages to you as well. Okay. All right. So let's see. We have Kelly O'Neill. We have Ann Williams. I already said hi to Ann. And let's see, from Iowa. Is it Cheyenne? I bet it's Cheyenne. Let's see. You can hear me now. Excellent. Dolores from New York. Welcome, welcome. Catherine, Amanda, Kelly O'Neill, Tanya, Sally, Janice. Welcome, everyone. Oh my gosh, from the USA. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. All right. So before we get into readings, I like to share Spirit's wisdom that it asked me to pass along to all of you as we get started. And today, boy, Spirit's been really big on this. Today, Spirit wants me to talk to you for a moment about creating and holding space. Catherine Johnston from Ireland. I'm part Irish. Wonderful. Patricia from Canada. Maureen, wonderful. Welcome. Well, Patricia, we'll get to readings in just a moment, okay? We're going to first share wisdom from Spirit that it always asks me to share before I do these readings. This is my kitty cat, Boo. And today, Spirit wants me to remind each and every one of you of the importance of holding space. You all hear me share all the time that the incense and the candle and the special, the drinks that I bring, the non-alcoholic drinks that I bring on here, they're all a part of holding a sacred space for each of you and for this hour. And Spirit wants me to remind you all the importance of holding space, not just for this hour, but for different things in your life. If there's things you're trying to manifest and you find that you're really struggling with that. Okay, I've been a manifestation coach for 15 years, so I can vouch to what Spirit is saying here, okay? If you're really, let's say you're wanting a new relationship in your life, or you're wanting more money in your life, or you're wanting a more active, more fun, exciting life. The question is, are you creating and holding space for that? Because Spirit sees you guys always adding to your life. And they always are mentioning to me how they see us as humans adding to our lives, but they don't often see us being aware enough to create space. What do we need to let go of? What room do we need to make in our lives for what we want? Okay, good evening, Donna. Hello. Hello, Carlene. Okay, does this make sense? So Spirit just wants me to remind you guys, it is important to create space for what you're wanting in your life, as it is for you to be adding things to your life. Sometimes things are, you get, life is so much better actually when you take things away than just when you add things. All right. So this is super important. Please take this message to heart. It is coming through me from Spirit to you, from based on what they have been observing of you guys, probably of myself, of us humans, and things that they know will benefit you. Okay. All right. Now, I do have my Sacred Force cards today, so I have those available for us to use. Please also know that, we're out of incense. Please also know, guys, that I want to get to everyone. If I do not get to you, that's okay. Spirit is guiding me. It is nothing personal. Spirit is guiding me with who to read for. Spirit will always guide me with whoever needs the reading the most, or for whom the timing is just right for you to have that reading. Okay. If you do not get a reading from me today, I will be back at the same time tomorrow. I have lives on my own page that you can find scrolling below there in yellow, my Larkin Psychic Medium page. Veronica Jenkins has the very best readers I have ever come across. And she has people doing readings every day here on this page. Okay. So you have plenty of opportunities. Spirit is not forgetting you. I am not forgetting you, but I'm going to get to as many people as I can. And for me, again, guys, my message is from Spirit is when it's free online readings, to be as efficient as possible, to reach as many people as possible, to give comfort, validation, and guidance. Okay. If you want something more in depth, there are 3 levels of readings. So from free readings, if you need something more, You can join a small online group, which is a small semi-private reading for a lot lower cost, or you can choose a reader that you trust and pay them for their gifts and abilities and actually get a more intense, in-depth reading. Okay, so all those are available for you guys. I'm going to see where Spirit guides me now today. Definitely makes sense. Thank you. You love my messages, Sally. I'm so glad. Aren't they pretty? I know these cards are beautiful. If you guys want some good cards, Denise Lynn she's also a dimension walker like I am. So that means she also walks in different worlds and dimensions, which is a lot of where these cards come from. There's messages from nature spirits and fairies and things like that in here as well, that aren't necessarily in the worlds and dimensions that we experience. Okay. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to scroll up and I will star you guys if I don't want to lose messages where Spirit's guiding me. So let's see. Let's do. Hi, Anne. Larkin, will I cope with my husband's dementia? My daughter passed in November and she was my right-hand woman. I know. I remember your daughter. She's absolutely a lovely soul. And I remember reading for you about your daughter. And first of all, guys, please know that you are never given anything that you did not handle, that you cannot handle, and that you have not chosen. Okay, I know this is so hard to believe, but this is coming straight from Spirit. And I'm going to say that again, okay? You are never given anything that you cannot handle and that your soul has not given permission for, knowing that there were aspects of that were working out for the best, right? So remember, things are always working out for you no matter how they seem. There's a much bigger and broader picture. And I know you guys intellectually are aware of this, but I think in helping your trust in this, Anne, it is very important. And don't forget, everyone, there's messages for each of you in this as well, okay? Spirit's speaking to all of you when they're giving a reading. Please know, Anne, that everything is always working out for you and that there's such a bigger picture than what our human perspective can see. Our human perspective and our egoic mind is so limited. And so when we are going through painful and uncomfortable, challenging situations, we're always wondering, are we going to be okay? How is it going to work out? Can I handle it? The part we forget that you get amnesia for, Anne, when you're born, is that you forget that everything you're experiencing, you gave permission to have happen, knowing when you were in non-physical, your soul knowing that everything is always working out for you, knowing how strong you are, knowing how wise you are as a soul, knowing how capable you are, knowing what things you came to learn, what challenges you selected in order to learn and grow. Now, I do not believe that things are set in stone. Nothing is set in stone. I do not believe that everything is predestined. That concept comes from the fact that we are inside of space and time, and really there is no space and time. Okay, so it's the illusion of space and time, which even allows for this tremendous challenge. Okay, Anne? So yes, absolutely, you will be able to cope with it. You already are coping with it. Okay? What it requires is you being the very best version of yourself. These challenging situations call for us to discover aspects of ourselves that we didn't know existed. They call upon us to make choices we didn't know we could make, to learn about ourselves and others in ways we couldn't imagine. They're all forcing and channeling us into remembering how we are, because you're having to dig deep into your strength, right? You're having to dig deeper than just your thinking, okay? You're having to follow your intuition. You're having to tap into your soul connections. And so the quicker we do that, the more easily and quickly we can work through challenging situations. For you, Anne, it's going to be a big balance. Right now, one of the reasons and purposes and greater goods for this painful scenario, your husband has his own. Yours partially are. Remember, in a lot of my speaking to you, from Spirit to you, is about your spiritual growth and evolution. This is a huge opportunity for you to do that, okay? Because you're going to have to push your limits of your consciousness and awareness beyond where you ever imagined it being before, which is, in essence, growth and evolution, okay? You're going to have to trust your intuition more than you ever have before. You're going to have to learn to listen to the guidance, and you're going to have to also learn part of what your lesson here, Anne, is learning a balance between where you are making a choice and you have the power, and where your power comes from turning it over to God. Thy will be done, which we talked about in my event yesterday, the prayer sphere. Okay. There's a lot of power in thy will be done. Taking your intention, your best intention, right? Your heart, your love, praying for in, the form of powerful prayer, like we spoke about yesterday during this event, which is basically applying gratitude, getting in your center, understanding that God, source in the universe, Anne, is behind you. When you accept, surrender, and turn it over to God, you're actually getting the force. You're getting in. It's like getting in front of it's like getting in the driver's seat of a train, right? You're the engineer on a train. Once a train starts moving, that whole power of that train is behind you, right? So when you do this, it seems the opposite, right? It seems like we have to be strong, we have to be in control, we have to make the decisions. Yes, but we have to do that in partnership with our spirit team, with God's source spirit. Okay, when we do that and we surrender the aspects that we need to surrender. In other words, I've done as much as I can in this particular situation. I'm lost and don't know what to do. Please guide me. This is my intention for this person and myself in this outcome. I'm trusting that everything is working out for me, that everything is working out for us. And then you humble yourself. For me, I literally kneel on the floor and put my face through the floor. Like I humble myself, because when you bow to the universe, it bows back. When you humble yourself, the powers that be are triggered into action. And this is how you create miracles. And they will literally carry you through this process, but you have to remember you are a part of that team, right? So you do this part, you make the decisions you know you need to make, you ask for guidance, and you might have to do this daily with your decisions, right? Humble yourself, accept and surrender, set the intention, right, for the best outcome, whatever that is during that day or for that decision, and then you turn it over. And once you turn it over, what you'll find is you're guided, okay? And in this situation, I think it definitely calls for that, all right? So this is their guidance and wisdom for you today, Anne. I hope that is helpful. Let me scroll down and see if there's anything you put on there. Hi, Anila. Welcome. I have been, I guess, reading The Power of Now and watching Eckhart Tolle videos, and I'm getting better at being present. Yes. Please remember, guys, this is a process. Okay. All of this is a process. Spirit knows it's a process. Okay. And so please know, guys, that was an amazing reading. Thank you, Anne. It's very powerful. It was coming right from Spirit. Okay. For you. It's what they've been trying to guide you with. And, this is what I work with my coaching clients on doing so that they can stay attuned. This is a process. Okay. It took me, how long did it take me? Over 10 years. I'd already been doing transcendental meditation since I was 4. And then I got The Power of Now. It took me 10 years, more than 10 years after that, before I truly understood and identified with being in the now, with understanding what presence is. Everybody thinks they know what presence in the now is. I'll tell you right now, you probably don't. Okay. And when you do discover it, you'll get it a moment at a time, and you have to keep getting yourself there. So please know, Anne, it will happen for you. It's practice. It's reprogramming the habits of your egoic mind. Just a little bit every day. Keep exposing yourself to that, because Eckhart Tolle is speaking from consciousness to consciousness, okay? As you learn to become present, Anne, this is going to help you tremendously. and it's going to help your husband. There are a lot of tremendous gifts and blessings that are actually happening for both you and your husband right now, that in the pain and difficulty you don't understand. And you may not understand them for quite a while. When you get to the other side, you're going to go, aha, you're going to get it. Okay. But remember, it's all a process. We're inside of the illusion of time and space for a reason. We couldn't go through all these difficult things if it weren't for time and space. Okay. So just trust, know that this isn't going to last forever. You're both going to end up on the other side, healthy, fine, happy, and unconditionally loving one another. Okay. That's how it is. This is just a temporary experience. So keep focusing on the power of now, spend time in nature, creating that space, even if it's 5 minutes a day, and keep me posted. Okay. You've got this. Your spirit team has got you. Thank you for letting me read for you. Let's see. It was an amazing reading. Good. That means you got it. Yes. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Let's see here. Don't forget, guys, as I'm scrolling up to where Spirit is guiding me, you can ask about your spirit team, your spirit guides, your angels. You can ask for mediumship readings. You can ask for animals. You can ask for life guidance. No holes barred. Okay. All of that is available to you. Hi, Brittany. Sally loves my messages. I'm so glad. I'm glad Spirit is reaching you, Sally. Okay. Let's see here. Is there a future together ahead for me and Mike? Please, is there commitment coming, like engagement or marriage for us? Welcome, Anne. Thank you for your question. Let's see here. Let me see if I scrolled way up to get that. So let me make sure I didn't miss anything else down here. Okay. All right, and let me see here. All right. So, well, there's a couple different things going on. First of all, I'm going to share some things relevant to and about you and your energy, and then we'll get into the relationship aspect of this. Okay. I'm getting the number 3 and 4. And is 3 and 4 relevant to you? Have you been together 3 or 4 years, or did you meet 3 or 4 years ago? Let's see. Let me know, because 3 or 4 is coming in very strongly for you, Anne, right now. And I'm not seeing what it's for, but they're giving me the number 3 and 4. And then I'm also getting you have a beautiful aura. No. Okay. Well, somewhere in there it's relevant. So keep thinking about it, because 3 or 4 is coming through very strongly for you. And if I look at your auric field, your energetic field, it would naturally, I mean, all of us have a lot of different colors, guys, in our aura, but a lot of times, it's affected by our thoughts, our feelings, our well-being level, our physical health, all that type of thing. And a lot of times that means colors are muted, or there's colors that are missing. And there's in your energy field, whether you're aware of it or not, because perhaps you've been just wanting this for quite a while. Let's see, he was away almost 16 years ago is when you met. Yeah, okay. He was away working back 3 years in November. Okay. Let me ask them on a side conversation about that, because they're showing 3 and they're showing 4. So that is relevant, because Spirit never lies. So I usually persist in it. So I'm glad you figured it out. But anyway, there is a well-deserved energy from you that is, you've kept it under self-control, but there's been this wanting for a commitment and connection really for a while. And that's not, like, there's nothing wrong with that. That's, well-deserved, right? You wanting to solidify things, move things forward, have that commitment and that understanding. There is, at this point, an energy that is radiating from you of reaching a point of desperation. You might not call it that, you might not see that, but that is the vibrational frequency that is actually radiating out. By the time we reach that point, it has a shift in our energy, which probably is an indicator as to why I see it looks as though some of the colors in your auric field are not as bright. They're a little thinner. They're not as they're more muted than they would be when there's something that you haven't been giving your energy to for too long, and not feeling that there is an equal reciprocation there. Okay. So back to your question. Let me scroll up here because I want to push this back up. Sorry. Will you guys be together? Okay. So I'm seeing a lot of resistance here. I'm not sure what the resistance is and why the resistance is, but what I'm being shown, and please correct me if this does not make sense to you, but this is very clear and loud to me, that from his perspective, it's fine the way it is. Why does there need to be something else right now? Okay. And your energy is actually being drained because for quite a while, you would have preferred having that complete circle and connection of commitment. Okay. And so at this point, when you have been connected to somebody for so long, that makes it a lot more difficult to decide what you want to do because you guys are already in a very strong comfort zone. Okay. I do see a couple of different things. Nothing is set in stone, but here's the issue. Okay. I do see you guys having a connection together moving forward. I do see that this relationship can actually continue on the way that it is. But I do see also that there is resistance in that commitment aspect from his part. I don't know that he's sharing that with you or not. But he sort of has this feeling that for him, everything is comfortable the way that it is right now. And he doesn't see why there's any need to change that. Okay. So I think what it's going to come down to, and for you, let's see if you wrote anything else down here. Okay. No. All right. What it's going to come down to for you is you're going to need to, either make a stance on this and find out what's happening, whether that stance is, okay, well, I want a committed relationship and I'm going to be moving on then if we aren't having that, and he makes a turnaround, or it's going to be you having to go a different direction. I do not see in his energetic field he does not feel any motivation whatsoever to need to get engaged and get married. You might be able to push him to the engagement part, but because for him everything is fine, for some reason there's a lot of resistance there. He's very comfortable with you. Now, I'm going to throw this in as a human. Okay. For years, I coached women. I still do on relationships, but I had a specific program where I coached women on relationships. And one of the things I found happening all the time is similar to what your spirit guides are showing me. Okay. And that is that if a woman gave too much too soon with the assumption of a commitment, that oftentimes the man was comfortable enough that he did not feel the need to commit, because there is a subconscious message of value there that a woman gives. And I know a lot of you are going to hate me for this because it sounds really old-fashioned, but women are women and men are men. And people may not like that phrase either. But when you have a really feminine woman and a masculine man, and they're basically living these typical roles, a commitment for a woman is actually different than a commitment for a man. Okay, and we like to say it's all the same, but it's not. So when women fall into this, oh, it'll be fine, let's just move in together, or let's just have this ongoing relationship, even if we don't know it consciously, even if a man doesn't know or believe this consciously, the underlying message it says to the man is, I'm okay with this. I accept this. This is how I value myself. And we're okay this way. And to be quite honest, Spirit is reminding me that people only do what they feel pushed they need to do. If they get too comfortable with the way things are, they have no motivation to do anything else. And what I'm seeing with Mike is that he doesn't feel the need to. He's perfectly happy with the way your relationship is. He's comfortable. He feels safe there. He does not feel the need to do anything more. Okay. And that is very strong with that. I don't see that changing in any easy way. All right. I'm not saying that you'll never get engaged and married. No, that's not what I said. What I said is, okay, well, if you're having a baby, maybe that's a different ballgame. What I said is there's some shift you're going to have to make in order to initiate this. Okay. So that may mean that you need to have you need to sit down and show him what's important to you or have a conversation. Or you need to start making the shifts that you want and need to make so that he feels the need to make a shift. Okay. I did not say that would never happen. I'm saying that there needs to be a shift because right now he is in a comfort zone. Okay. That comfort zone needs to be rocked a little bit. So if you have not already spoken to him about it, if he doesn't know that that's important to you, I'm sure he knows it's important to you, but if he doesn't understand how important it is, then that may be something that you want to create a conversation about. Okay. Because he's comfortable, just because you guys have been in a relationship the amount of time that you have, it doesn't seem like much is going to change if you get married. Okay. To you, however, that will make a big difference. Okay. So I would see what shifts you can make to show him that this is important and then see what his response is. Okay. He loves you very much. He's comfortable and happy in the relationship, but he needs to be able to see that there actually is a difference, and a difference for you, and a difference worth being significant enough for him if you move forward. Okay. Please let me know if that helps. Your spirit guides are with you. You need to set it out. You need to set the intention out there. They're showing me. You need to say, okay, what if? And you need to not necessarily put pressure on him, but you need to kind of shift the level of significance that is for you. Okay. And then allow a process to happen and see if your shifts create a shift for him as well. Okay. Because right now you guys are just super comfortable, and that's partly the problem. It's just become his comfort zone. Okay. Please let me know, Anne, if that helps you. It's just going to be one step at a time, but you're going to have to make some shifts in the way that you are settled and comfortable with the relationship in order for him to feel that he's got to do something different. Okay. Let's see here. Paul, hello, Larkin from Pennsylvania. Can you show me my future? Love the show. Welcome, Paul. Pennsylvania, yes. I know I've mentioned to you before, that's where my grandparents are from. I love it there. It's beautiful. Thank you for joining us. Okay. All right. I'm going to star some of these here. So let's see. So first of all, Paul, what I'm seeing is that it's time for you to really step into your power and to, yes, it's 93 here today too. You need to really step into your power. That's actually hot for Pennsylvania. Hi, Brittany from West Virginia. Thanks for sharing. Paul, your spirit guides, there's two spirit guides there strongly with you today, and they're sharing with me that you're needing to find a balance right now between where you want to know what your future is bringing and where you need to choose and decide what your future is bringing. Okay. They're showing me there's a level of awareness that is in process of happening for you. It may be through challenges that are up and coming, or things that you are, what's the word they're trying to share with me? Self-limitations that they're wanting you to get over. That where they want you to shift from an attitude of, okay, what is my future going to bring? Keep that curiosity. They love that. That's powerful. That gets you into the quantum world. Okay. We're in the quantum world 7.8 times a second. However, they want you to take the part of you that really knows, what brings you joy, what brings you, what excites you, what motivates you, what you really feel connected and aligned with, and to set clear intentions for yourself and step up more as, okay, I'm doing this, and this is where I'm headed next. And, this is what I want for myself. They want you to step into your power and be a little more directive with your intentions as well. Okay. They're showing me you have a very strong creative side that they want you to unleash. You can unleash this to create a future. You can unleash this to create a vision. You can unleash this to really kind of cater and design your life. Okay. And it's very important to be doing that. Yeah, I see you said you have a lot going on. Well, there's a lot going on because they want you to learn. Remember, everything is designed and happening for your best interest in order for you to learn what you need to learn. So when things start to happen that are difficult for us, that challenge us, that stress us out, that there's a lot going on, there's always lessons in that. They're always road signs. They're a form of guidance for us. Okay. So we need to learn to listen to that. And instead of causing us to feel like, oh my gosh, this is getting overwhelming, I need to know what my future brings in order to have a sense of security and confidence and peace moving forward. Instead, we need to say, okay, what are my current habits and repetition in my life? Because that's what's gotten me where I am now. This craziness, what is it telling me? What are the patterns in this craziness? That's what they're wanting you to ask yourself. Okay. And then how can you create space, like they shared in the beginning of this broadcast, for what you actually want? So get some clarity. They want you to not be waiting around for what you think might happen in the future, or even what anyone's going to tell you is going to happen. They don't want to say, okay, because there's a infinite amount of possibilities for your future. The question is, what do you want to focus on? They're saying you need to get focused on your own energy, on your own power, on what brings you joy, abundance, and fulfillment. How do you want to spend the precious moments of your life? Okay, that's their words. How do you want to spend the precious moments of your life? What do you want to leave as a legacy? What do you want to wake up doing each morning? Right? What gets you going? What gets you motivated? Okay, this isn't up to them. And it's not up to them to tell me what your future is going to be, because they feel as though you're sort of negating decisions. They want you to choose because you're a member of your spirit team. They want you to become aware of, oh my God, what gets you really excited? When you open your eyes in the morning, what would you be able to go, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get out of bed to do this, because this is what I get to do every day. What is that? And if you don't know, that's okay. You might have to tiptoe your way there. But they want you to find a new way of deciding your future, because one way or another, your free will is a part of deciding that future. And right now, you have a lot of things they're showing me that are up in the air, that you're sort of waiting for external circumstances to see. Let me get all the facts first. Let me do all that first. There's a place for that. Okay. And it's okay that you don't know. That's okay that you don't know. Probably means you're overthinking it and trying too hard to figure out what it is. Okay. What your spirit team wants you to do is to strip everything away, get back to the core of who you are. Even ask yourself, as a child, what would you have wanted to do most? What did you love to do most as a kid? Okay. We have this pressure that we have to know. And while we're trying to figure it out, decades go by. Spirit guides are showing me right now, this is what they watch people do. Decades go by, and the next thing you know, your life's gone by and you still don't know. It's okay not to know, because sometimes you have several different things you're going to be doing. Different parts of your life can bring different things. But as a child, they're wanting me to remind you, as a child, what did you love the most? What did you dream of being when you grew up? And number 2, what would you want to wake up doing every morning? And then start your journey from that. You don't have to know what it is you want to do or what you think you should be doing. There is no should, they're telling me. The other thing they're wanting me to share with you is stop taking yourself and your life so seriously. Stop taking yourself and your life so seriously. They want you to just enjoy life. Start getting out and doing what you love. Being carefree, being lighthearted, not taking things so seriously. When you do that, you remove the mental blocks that you might not be aware of this, Paul. I think you might not be. But in your subconscious mind, that 95% you're not aware of, you have a subconscious belief, they're showing me, that it's almost perfectionistic. It's almost like you feel like you got to get it right before you take the next step in moving forward with the next phase of your life. And they're telling me, no. You don't need to be doing that. Don't be like that. Follow your bliss. Okay. You don't have to get it all right to get started. You're going to get started in where your future is going to lead you by simply doing what you love and enjoy the most. Okay. Doing what you love and enjoy the most. And it might take you a process to shift out of where you are into that. And there will be chaos in that process. Do you understand? Thank you, Tracy. There will be chaos in that process. In a tornado, what you want to do, or a hurricane, is if you've ever been in a hurricane, when you're in the center, it's not like a water tornado. Everything is sunny and still and perfect. It's the most blissful, perfect day. Meanwhile, that hurricane is going like this around you. Okay. In a hurricane, if you're on the beach, you have a few hours or a day where everything's perfect in the center. Stay very still in your center, Paul. Let the chaos whirlwind around you. And in the meantime, you lighten up and fly higher. You take yourself and life less seriously. You allow yourself to have some fun and follow your bliss. And even if you can only do it for a day at a time or an hour at a time, start practicing that, and you're going to get clarity. The clarity is not in getting caught up in the hurricane. The clarity is being in your center. Okay. That is coming directly from your spirit guides. Don't forget, guys, if you want to meet your spirit guides, my next spirit guides event is July 27th. I'm only taking 10 people per month. So if you literally want to meet your spirit guides and learn how to have these communications with them, just go to my Facebook page, which is on this link down here, and you'll see my events are posted to the top of that page. Okay. So you've got this, Paul. Your spirit guides have been trying to share this with you. Okay. So just do those few simple things. Lightening up, not taking this too seriously is exceedingly important. Okay. And it's okay if you don't know. And it's okay if you're not aware of what's going on in that 95% of your mind. But this is going to be your road to freedom and to joy. And don't let any humans, they're saying, don't let the humans that are your friends and colleagues take you off of the instructions they just gave you. Because most of them are not doing that. Okay. You're on your own unique journey. And that's where you need to stay. Because you're seeking something different. You're seeking a different level of soul satisfaction than most of your friends and the people in your life. Okay. All right. You got that? All right. You got it. Keep me posted. Let me know how it goes. And thank you for letting me read for you. Okay, guys. I see you. I'm scrolling up here. Let's see. I'm going to star these ones. Spirit wants me to, I'm taking too slow today. I've got 15 minutes. Spirit wants me to speed it up so I can get to as many people as possible. So let's see here. I'm working on it. Tracy, I'm going to do a quick one for you. Have you signed up for my Meet Your Spirit Guides event yet? I would do that if I were you, because you're always asking me about your spirit guides. And so that means they want to connect with you. They want you to know better who they are. And you want to connect with them. Okay. I'd highly recommend it, guys. It's like $40 American for 2 hours. And you get to meet your spirit guides. But please watch the video I have posted first in my pin to my page to see if that's something you want to do. So because you have your spirit guides, Tracy, all the time, right there, there's, excuse me, two very intensely. I mean, they're showing me like they literally brush up against you, Tracy, trying to get your attention. Like brush up against you, literally, physically, to try to get your attention and let you know they're there. They're saying that you're so busy wanting their guidance, and they love that. They're like, kudos to you. Like, you really are trying to tune into us. You're really trying to listen to your intuition. And I would personally recommend find somebody you trust and get in their programs. Get some spiritual coaching or metaphysical coaching or something like that to learn more in depth how to do these things. I have programs, other people have programs. Find somebody authentic and learn to do some of this, because for you, part of the gaps are you don't know yet where to interpret and what to interpret what they're telling you. And you really have this interest and this desire to follow the higher guidance. But there's also so many things going on in your world that are hard to decipher, that are mental influences and emotional influences. And so that makes it really difficult to do. So really the guidance that they're giving you is you need to take time out in nature. You need to take time to shut out all of the influence and noise from the mainstream world, even if it's just for a short amount of time, a little bit of time each day. But part of that also means from your own thoughts. You need to take some time where you're directing and guiding your thoughts, so that when you take time on your own, or time to reflect, or time away, you're not just being reprogrammed by what other people out in your world are influencing you about. And what I'm seeing is there's an overgap there, and they want to be able to get through to you purely. They want you to be able to tap in and trust yourself more than you're being influenced by other people around you. I don't know that you're aware that you're being influenced, because that 95% of our mind you're not aware of. That's where a lot of that programming from other people goes. But they're showing me there's going to be an unraveling process of this to happen as well. They're also showing me, are you going to like a dinner or a black tie event or something like that anytime soon? Let's see. Paul, I'm so glad you take care of your animals. Yes, get out in nature, Paul. Take care of those animals. Yes. So Tracy, I'm seeing yes, you totally understand this. Okay, perfect. And you feel them. Yes, you do feel them. So definitely, watch the video. It was a Spirit Guide Saturday. Watch it. And, it's just the Spirit Guides event to have this event. I think because you are on here and you ask me a lot about Spirit Guides and you're on these lives a lot, I think it would be really important for you. But the other thing is, are you not a dinner party? Okay, well, at some point you're going to be. I see, I don't know why this is even relevant. They're showing me you're going to be having a black tie event type of thing coming up in a dinner, like a dinner event or a dinner party. And let's see, I'm trying to ask them, why are they showing me this? I don't know why this is relevant. Yeah, this is going to be happening sometime in the next few months, it looks like. And there's going to be a dinner served there. It's going to be very fancy. And it looks as though you're going to make a significant connection at this event. So keep that in mind, please. If you get invited to a black tie or a significant, very fancy event, when you get invited to that, say yes, go. You're going to make at least one good connection at this event, Tracy. That's kind of cool. But anyway, that's what you need to be doing, Tracy. Get out in nature. Be very aware of how you're being influenced, and be very vigilant in, making sure that your mind is clear, your space is clear, and, you are working your way up to a different level of interaction and communicating with them. All right. Awesome. Yeah, I know. Enjoy it. Right, Tanya? I don't know. I see this happening. So when it pops up, Spirit's always right, Tracy. So this is going to be up and coming. So you don't have to know about it now, but that doesn't mean it's not real and happening. I believe that it is. All right. Let's see. Paul, you might also want to join you might want to join my Furball Friday, Paul. If you go to my Facebook page, which is in the scroll down here, every Friday I do Furball Friday. And if you're into and love your animals, that's a great place to come. We dedicate an hour just to animals. So you might enjoy that. And I think you're going to find purpose through that. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Alan. Welcome. Good evening. Do you see that in the future I will enter into a long-term, stable romantic relationship with a girl named Inav Mayan Perez? Oh, gosh. I do see you having a long-term, stable relationship. I am not seeing one with the energy of this name that you mentioned. I do see a connection there. I see some interactions there. I see a strong attraction there and several things that you guys have in common, including the two of you have some similar pain bodies. We all have a pain body. If you read Eckhart Tolle, you know a little bit about that. And I see that a lot of the attraction that you have with her is actually through your pain bodies. They are drawn to one another, and there is some healing to be had there, Alan. But I do not see that as being your life long-term romantic relationship. Okay. And I'm asking spirit inside conversation. So how many, where is that going to fall into place? And it looks like 2 to 3 relationships after this one, after Miss Perez, because they're showing me that in order for you to have the long-term stable relationship you want, there are some internal shifts that you're growing and learning about. And you're going to be at a different frequency, because the long-term romantic relationship that you're envisioning actually doesn't match exactly who you are right now. It matches your soul, but it doesn't match the human person you are and the things you need to work right now through vibrationally. So embrace this relationship and the messages and what you need to learn through it as though that's what you were working for, right? But I do see there's a potential for better match relationships, 2 or 3 relationships actually after this person. Okay. I hope that makes sense. I actually think that's a very positive reading. It means that your spirit guides are very in tune with you. They know exactly what you need to be doing. This is a lot of times, guys, this is a process. This is a process to get to who we manifest, who and what we are, not what we want. And so the blessings come when we learn from each relationship, then we become this new, better version of ourselves. And then the relationships that come into our lives are even better than what we could have imagined. Okay. And that's what I see happening for you, Alan. All right. Yes, me too, Paul. I've got a lot of animals up in heaven. A lot of them. Okay, let's see, guys. We have 6 minutes. Furball Friday is amazing, Christina. I'm glad you like it. Okay, you're welcome, Tracy. I'm glad that helped you. All right, hold on, guys. Let me see here. Let's see. Anila, can I know a bit more about my marriage? It's been rocky. I don't know what to expect in the future. To the second part here. My husband's name is Jabbar, and mine's Anila. What can I expect from him, and why are there so many problems right now in our marriage? Whew, wow. All right. So, Anila, that's a really good question, and I'm so sorry that you're going through all of that. Okay. I can see that both his spirit guides and your spirit guides are really struggling with things. And I know you're not together, Alan. That's okay. Just the reading is still holds true, Alan. I know you're not together right now, but stay true to what I told you, okay? That came right from your spirit guides. Guys, it's again, these individual readings, Anila, there's always wisdom for everyone in these. Please remember, guys, spirit sees everything here as a process. You all don't. We're in a world where instant gratification, okay? So as you ask about your future, I'm going to share that in the process with you, Anila, but I'm also going to remind you guys from spirit. My least favorite part about being a psychic medium is predicting the future. It's not that it's not shown to me, it is. It is that our ego is always in past and future. Listen to this very closely, please. Our ego is always in past and future. That means since our thoughts are synonymous with ego, which is synonymous with resistance, that means that we are causing ourselves more undue suffering because we're never present. If you are thinking you are in the future or the past, when you still your mind, which is very difficult to do, takes me at least 3 years to teach my coaching clients to do that. So I don't expect you guys to do that. But spirit is outside of space and time. So all of the wisdom and messages that spirit's giving all of you, even if it's predicting the future, is outside of space and time because they have this bird's eye view that you don't have. The danger is not so much in asking for the future prediction, but what you need to understand is that it really doesn't matter. Our ego finds importance in thinking we know what's going to happen. But the truth is that we all have free will. And the possibilities for what manifests are not only infinite, they're not set in stone. So spirit shows me what is most likely to happen, and I will share 1 to 3 of the most likely things that spirit shows me. But please know anything is possible, okay? Part of our growth as a human and a soul is learning to make choices without knowing the future. That's standing in our power. So for me, as a mindset coach and a reader, I'm always torn, and I share the future predictions with you. However, please know that that's not always empowering for you. What is powerful in manifesting what you desire is learning to make choices without knowing the future, is learning to not wait for the future. And I know that's so crazy coming from a psychic medium, okay? Because we do get these, we do see these, we can see the past, we can see the future, but it's not really relevant. You just think it is, okay? So what spirit is going to show me and share with me, Anila, is what I'm picking up from him, what I'm picking up between the two of you, what you need to do in order to create a healthier and better future, okay? And the options and alternatives and call to actions that spirit shares with me for you. That is actually what's powerful. That is actually what understanding the future is powerful for, but only if you do something with it, okay? So first of all, Anila, there's right now, I'm sensing that there's a level of isolation of wanting to be alone, maybe not totally alone, but like your husband's going through a phase right now where he doesn't really want to be open and share. He is kind of like, I don't know if it's that he's done something or that he's wanting something different or that he doesn't know how to communicate it, but he's going through a phase of like kind of he shut himself down somewhat right now. The problem, Anila, is that you're sensing and feeling that, and it's making you very insecure. Your responses to that are actually perpetuating his behavior, okay? I've only got about a minute and a half. So yeah. So the dismissiveness, the hot and cold. I believe, Anila, that he is. I believe that he is feeling bad about himself. I am seeing that he is disappointed in himself, that he doesn't know how to communicate with you, that he is being very very secretive right now. He's just irritated and annoyed with you and with the relationship right now. He sort of separated himself out of the relationship mentally and emotionally, and he's in his own world. Okay. This is not healthy for you. What your spirit guides are showing me is that you have two main options here. Okay. And then I do have to kind of get out of this because it's going to be time for me to log off. Why is he secretive and annoyed with it? Okay. So he's secretive and annoyed with the relationship right now because he is not feeling good about himself, right? There are things that he is not happy with himself about. He's not happy with himself. He's not happy with life right now. So anything that reminds him of that, your normal wants and needs and efforts to interact is actually, it's reiterating to him that he's not being the man and the husband that he feels he should be and that he believes that he was before. Okay. I do have to log off. So here are two suggestions that your spirit guides are giving you. Okay. First of all, do not tolerate this long for the point of feeling bad about yourself or being abusive. Okay. He is not going to sit down and want to talk to you. You are going to need to create a call to action. So you either need to see someone and talk to them about this, have a mediator and sit down with him. And if he's not going to tell you what's going on, you need to make some difficult decisions. Okay. Or you need to make some actions on your own and choose something different. But in order for him to work through this, even for you to be patient with him, you're going to need to do something different for yourself. So I would call upon that outside help or make some shifts on your own to see if maybe, I would first maybe try just being very still and silent and staying out of the way for a few days and seeing if that calls him to you. If that doesn't happen within about a week or so, then I would find a mediator and I would sit down with the two of you and I would kind of decide what you need to do next, because that's not healthy for your well-being. Okay. And that's coming directly from your spirit guides. I wish I could go on longer, but I hope that helped you. Anne says, thank you for your wisdom and advice. You're so welcome. Thank you to Spirit for all of this. I will be back at the same time tomorrow, guys. I hope this was helpful to you. And if I did not call on you, you can come back. I'll try to connect with you more tomorrow. Don't forget, you can reach me further on my Facebook page down there. You're welcome. And Neela, I wish I had more time with you. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening, morning, or afternoon.